Hello everyone, welcome to Alex VR. My name is Alex and today we are talking about our experience with these, the CYBERSHOES. We backed CYBERSHOES on their Kickstarter back in September of 2018 and these recently have started shipping. Some people are still waiting on theirs, but we've got our hands on ours and we are excited to talk about our experiences with these bad boys. These were designed to solve the VR locomotion problem and to simultaneously solve VR motion sickness, making locomotion feel more natural and connecting the mind to the body movement. So do they achieve this? Kind of. Maybe not to the level that you would expect. There's pros and cons to these and we're going to touch on all of them. First, I think it's important to mention that you are not really standing while you're using the CYBERSHOES. You are definitely sitting in a tall swivel chair. The package that we got came with a swivel chair, it came with a carpet and everything, and the CYBERSHOES swivel chair is very well made. It's really nice, but you are seating down and your feet are kind of dangling at the point where they can touch the ground. Moving around in VR with these on kind of feels like you are scooting around on an office chair, like cruising through the office, trying to get to your buddy's cubicle or something like that. So it's not quite the feeling of walking in VR. And I will say that after some extended use, my ass did start feeling a little sore on this thing. Sitting in the tall chair with your feet dangling, it can be hard to get these on your feet initially, especially the first couple times that you use these. It really helped that we had an extra pair of hands to kind of help get these on while we were experimenting with them for the first time. You know, you're sitting in the chair, you've got the headset on, it can be a lot, and putting these on can prove somewhat difficult if you're flying solo. CYBERSHOES do recommend and I guess require an anti-static rug. You can imagine that rubbing these in a regular carpet would generate some static electricity, could compromise the electronics within it. The kit that we got does have the anti-static rug with it. The rug is well made, but it is somewhat sizable. So unless you have a room scale size play area, you might have to get a little bit creative when it comes to positioning this in an area where you can use the CYBERSHOES. One thing that we noticed while walking around in VR with the CYBERSHOES on is that the direction that you're walking in can sometimes get misaligned, and you might have to stop moving for a second and then start walking again, kind of in order to resync the direction that you're supposed to be traveling in. This is something that we think could easily be fixed in software updates, not necessarily a defect of the hardware or anything like that, but worth mentioning. What's also worth mentioning is that this does take a significant amount of energy per step to move. This is a serious workout, which kind of segues into the pros of the CYBERSHOES. These are amazing exercise. If you are someone who uses virtual reality to get in shape or to make sure you're burning calories, these are going to help you in a way that nothing else really does. Within minutes of using the CYBERSHOES, my legs were burning and I was really feeling it. And it does deliver a level of immersion moving through VR space and maybe hiking a virtual mountain that you really aren't able to find using any other kind of peripherals. So they do achieve it to a certain level. CYBERSHOES have full Steam integration. It's easy to calibrate and prepare for your sessions directly from within Steam. You can look at the list of available compatible games and make sure you calibrate everything all within Steam, which is really nice. These are very well built too. These are very high quality materials. It's nice, thick, good graded injected mold plastic parts. The bindings on this really do feel like snowboard bindings and the same level of quality that you might expect from a snowboard binding. The CYBERSHOES were designed with all shapes and sizes in mind. I'm just like an average size dude with an average size shoe, and this works well for me. But we also have a guy who's 300 pounds with a size 16 US shoe, who was also able to put this on and wear it no problem. He was able to put weight onto these and stand on them a little bit, no problem. We never really felt like the quality of the CYBERSHOES was being compromised by putting weight on them or by testing the limits of what it's able to do. The wireless USB adapter also has a on-the-fly sensitivity slider adjuster on there, so you can adjust the amount of distance that you go with each step based on which game you're playing, which is nice. The list of available games that are currently tested and compatible is not extensive, but there are some amazing titles on there. Asgard's Wrath, Blade and Sorcery, No Man's Sky is also compatible, which is probably where we had the most fun using these. You know, flying from your spaceship down to the surface of an alien planet and then getting out of your spaceship and walking up an alien mountain. It was really, really fun. And that's, I think, where we found the most amount of enjoyment using these. That being said, any game that has a free locomotion system is technically compatible, so it's just a matter of time before that list grows significantly. Now, it's hard to report on whether or not these actually reduce VR sickness. We don't really get motion sickness from games anymore. I did initially, but not really anymore. So it's kind of hard to comment on whether or not these actually reduce the amount of motion sickness that someone might experience, but just throw it out there. I think it probably would help. I could see how connecting the mind to your body's movements could alleviate some of that for some people. That being said, let us know if you want us to test this with someone who is maybe new to VR, or maybe somebody who has experienced motion sickness, and maybe we can get a greenie in here and put the CYBERSHOES on them and see if this helps them. Overall, the CYBERSHOES are a fantastic first step in the world of consumer available VR locomotion solutions. And anything that comes out after this is definitely going to be building on the work that CYBERSHOES has done here. So our hat goes off to them for this. So should you get the CYBERSHOES? Well, if you use VR as your primary form of exercise and you're looking to burn more calories playing some of the games that you already love, these may very well be for you. The full kit being, you know, $400 plus, it's hard to recommend this to a casual virtual reality user. But if you're trying to break a sweat, or like I said, if you want to get some more exercise out of the games that you already love, these could be right up your alley. If you're interested in picking these up, we actually have an affiliate link in the description of this video where you can save 5% off the top. CYBERSHOES gives us a little bit of a kickback there to help make good content here for the channel. And of course, you'll be supporting some of the VR pioneers who are helping develop some of the first peripherals for at-home VR. All right, at this time, you are required to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you aren't already. I need all the love I can get, and so does virtual reality. So make sure you're liking other VR videos and subscribing to other VR channels. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you soon in the next video.